Well, the fans of Sassari coming in tonight feeling like this is a do-or-die game for them to stay in the hunt. You can look at PAOK taking on Unicaja in the other game, and of course a lot of interest in that one for these two teams because of the implications on the standings. Dinamo Sassari with just one win. That came against PAOK last time out, and that win has kept them in the hunt for a spot at least in the play-in for the round of 16. And Unicaja, of course, if they win against PAOK, they would be doing Dinamo Sassari a favor. But as you can see, it is a tight for both PAOK and Dinamo Sassari, both of them battling away. Dijon really with 2-2 record as well, have yet to lock up that second spot. We know that Unicaja will already be going through to the round of 16. So Unicaja as the group winners, hoping again, at least here in Sassari, they'll be hoping that Unicaja do them a favor and win at PAOK. They've got a tight one going on right now. And for Sassari, they just want to build on the momentum of the last game that they won against PAOK. And of course, for Dijon, well, they travel here from France with Marcus McDuffie, Jonathan Roussel, Chase Simon, Robin Ducote, Jacques Lingue, David Holston, Gregor Horvat, Gavin Ware, Abdoulaye Loom, and David Brimbley, all playing for coach Nenad Markovic. And for Dinamo Sassari, Jamal Jones, Gerald Robinson, Chris Doe, Philippe Kruslin, Luca Gandini, Giacomo De Vecchi, Casper Traer, Massimo Kessa, Deshaun Stevens, and Amantis Benzias, a good team looking to get a very important win tonight. So there's Markovic on the left of your screen, decked out in the suit, sizing up the opponents. And it'll be Dijon that are introduced here before the game. They will be introduced first to the fans here that are still coming into the arena here on the island of Sardinia, the beautiful island of Sardinia, where Dinamo Sassari, a team that has played in the Basketball Champions League before. They have a lot of history, and obviously deep into this season, hoping that it continues. But for Dijon, well, very good team. Seems like you get the good and the bad and the ugly with them, depending on what week it is, whether or not they're playing at home and away. They've been alternating between wins and losses. They won on the road at PAOK, and then they lost at Unicaja in their second game. They rebounded with a win over Dinamo Sassari in the first game back on November 1st. And then on November 30th, they lost at home to Unicaja Malaga. That was 91-70. So Unicaja have delivered a couple of beatdowns on them, 20-point wins over Dijon. But against Dinamo Sassari and against PAOK, they've more than held their own. For Dinamo Sassari, this is a team that, if you look back at their season, it certainly didn't start well, but they lost by 11 points here in Sassari to Unicaja Malaga. Then they fell at PAOK 88-68. So a nightmare 0-2 start for them, and it got even worse because of the 8-point 88-80 defeat at Bourgogne. But then they gave themselves a chance of moving on in this competition with a 4-point win here on November 29th against PAOK. And now if they can get another win tonight, they will be right in the hunt But if Dinamo Sassari do lose tonight and PAOK aren't able to win against Unicaja, then they will be eliminated. Dijon will finish second, and they'll get home court advantage in the play-in series if they win against Dinamo Sassari and if PAOK lose to Unicaja. So those are the implications, and the very experienced coach of Dinamo Sassari of many campaigns for various teams, Piero Bucchi, goes over and shakes the hand of Nenad Markovic before hostilities commence. So looking at this game, Dijon's David Holston currently 11th in the competition in points scored. And we look at the referees as well. Wojciech Liszka from Poland, the crew chief. Zafer Yilmaz from Turkey on the left. And Franco Gracin from Croatia on the right. Saw Chris Dow there, played just one game, having joined this team after the start of the season, but clearly a player that we've seen in the Basketball Champions League before, and we know what he can do. So we'll look at the starting fives tonight. It'll be Marcus McDuffie, Holston, Gregor Horvat, Gavin Ware, and Brimbley in the starting five tonight for JDA Dijon. And Nenad Markovic, who showed you earlier there with his back to us, he is the head coach. Great player in his day, now all about the coaching. And it'll be Benjis, Deshaun Stevens, Kruslan, Gerald Robinson, and Jamal Jones in the starting five for Dinamo Sassari. And Piero Bucchi, who knows that as long as there is hope, there is indeed life. And he'll be hoping that that man right there, a guy that made a lot of big plays, Dow, who has joined this team, depending on, how is he going to be viewed in this competition, or how much will he play tonight for Bucchi? But clearly a player that can help them, and a player who has had some big games over the years. Lost 5 of their last 7 games in this competition against French teams. Dinamo Sassari. Stevens had a double-double in his first Basketball Champions League appearance with Dinamo Sassari. And Dijon, last 8 games have a pattern of win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. So read into that what you will. But if you're thinking about it, they lost last time out, so I'd say there's a pretty good chance they'll win tonight if that's going to hold true to form. Well, hello, everybody. Good evening. We are underway here in the Basketball Champions League. And the game between Dinamo Sassari and JDA Dijon. And it's Sassari who win the opening tip. They go in and score right at the beginning of the game. Good start for Deshaun Stevens. Now stepping back is Horvath. Oh, the bank is open. Look at that for the Slovenia international, Gregor Horvath. And good to see that Joe Robinson and Coach Piero Bucchi see a little bit of humor in that. That indicates they're a little bit loose, perhaps. Not a bad thing in a high-pressure game like this. And the lob, and guess what? You think Deshaun Stevens is going to have a big game tonight? Well, Dijon better do something about that. Gavin Ware might have to bring in Abdoulaye Loom. And now the three-pointer bounces away, and Stevens gets the rebound. Stevens changing this look in a big way. Now the three-point shot is good. Oh, no, it didn't go in. Sorry, rattled out. Thought it had gone in. Now the three-point shot, and that stays out as well. I tell you, you know you're good when you're a player like Jamal Jones, and even your misses look like makes. Now Robinson, who knows a thing or two about putting the ball in the basket. Here's Stevens handing the ball off to Robinson. Stevens slipped down. He picks himself up. And now he'll spin move, and the basketball goes out of bounds. Imantas Benjius not able to control it. That is what you say. I'm going to give you the lob, big fella. You go up and get it, and you throw it down. And Stevens has been doing that his entire career in Europe. Dijon trailing by a point. Get down the baseline. Tough shot. Ware picks it up and puts it up and in. Cleans up the mess off the miss from Brimley. Now Robinson. Sassari would like to have a big start tonight. Get that confidence going. Oh, nice pass from Stevens, and just the ball fumbled away from Jones. And there's the follow! Are you kidding me? Stevens coming out to try to dunk Sassari to victory tonight. Now the pass goes out of bounds where intended for Brimley. And folks, the fans of Dinamo Sassari will be acutely aware that things have already started going their way tonight, because Unicaja have won on the road 88-85 at PAOK. And as we look at the replay and the follow from Stevens, who is just going nuts on the offensive glass, Sassari know things are going well for them. So Sassari know they will not be eliminated tonight, and if they get a win, they'll move up potentially. And the three-point shot is good from Kruslan. And the answer from Holston. Jones over to Kruslan. Jones missing, but again, Stevens just doing everything tonight. Kruslan for three. Well, Crossland and Stevens rather, have come out like a house on fire tonight. Crossland 2 for 2 from three-point range, and Sassari with a 5-point lead. Now the long two, and that is, oh boy, cool, calm, and collected Chase Simon. But the way that Stevens has started tonight, you have to be thinking that Pierre Ibuki is going to want to play this guy 40 minutes if possible. This time the lob knocked away out of bounds, and then racing down and banking it in is Chase Simon. Or no, excuse me. That was Marcus McDuffie. Imantas Benjis, and the Lithuania international lays it up and in. Good slick move from number 20. Now Holston loses it on the spin. Robinson, and he almost loses it, able to get it back in bounds. And they pass it around. Crossland says, I'm hot, and I'm going to take this, but no longer. He's 2 of 3. It didn't look like a bad shot, just did not drop in. Three-pointer from Simon. And Robinson quickly up the floor. Bounce, or rather gives the pass to Jones, who ran it well. This is a Dinamo Sassari team that just looks so very different. Picking up the pace, hustling up the floor, and getting it to go. And another three-pointer, though, and no defense on Holston. Not a player you want to leave open. Five points for the veteran guard, David Holston. Like fine wine, keeps getting better with age, and nobody picks up Gerald Robinson. And he looks over at the bench, and I think he's like, Coach, can you sub me out? I need a breather. A lot of coaches will say, tell me if you're tired because we got to play the D. Look at Horvat. Oh, boy, Horvat, not only does he bank in the three, but he comes in with a beautiful drive and finish off the spin. Sassari able to put the ball in the basket, but they're not really doing anything to stop JDA Dijon at the other end. Crossland for the long two, and there's another follow from Stevens. Outstanding. He's doing everything a coach would want. He's getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. Here's Holston, though, and Holston trades the 2 for a 3. And if you are a Dinamo Sassari team, you have got to be able to find David Holston, especially after he knocks one down, because he is a player that can go on a run himself, a big run. And right now he's in the middle of one. Benjis, beautiful bounce pass, and great finish. And Robinson, I think he's going to be the first player to come out. He goes over to help up Holston. And I don't know if Holston took a shot. He looks at the referee to say, I got hit in the face. Robinson, the former Monaco man, goes in for the layup, and probably both players happy to be getting a timeout. Well, we mic'd up this man last week, Tyrus McGee.
How many offensive rebounds? One or Gavin, one time we switch. Chase, you don't box out. Now Jacques, you don't box out. 6 baskets in a row from this guy, offensive rebound. Yes, you switch, Jacques, switch. You stay stiff and score over you. No, box out and push him out. So you cannot do better than this, right? You cannot box out. No, shut up, you cannot box out. You cannot. That's what you can do. But that's your maximum. That's your maximum. So try to do something more. Hey, lay horse down. And move.
Well, we see Robinson going in and scoring and looking again like, I got to come out, coach. I got to catch my breath. So Dijon trailing by 3 points. They've got possession now, attacking the basket to the right. And the basketball goes off of Dijon and off of Alingue, who's just checked into the game. Chris Dow also in the game. Stevens gets inside, turns, spins, and finally Dijon prevent the star big from getting the 2 points. And now the foul has been called as McDuffie drives in. I think he was fouled by Deshaun Stevens. Well, maybe not. Doesn't look like he touched him. Maybe it was on Benjis. No, they called it on Stevens. So Holston gets a breather. And wholesale substitutions coming in. Ducote comes in. Really enjoy watching him play. He has been terrific. Chrislin takes a seat. So Roussel, the point guard, comes in. And Gentili also comes in. Nenad Markovic looking angry, but his team has done well just to be down by 1 point. Here's Jones, pulls up and makes the shot. Nice play, and he adjusts his hair as he runs back down the court. Jones, 4 points. Piravuki knows this isn't good enough. Even though you look at Roussel, and Stevens is going to go out. He picks up his second foul. So 2 late fouls in the first quarter, and arguably the most important player in this Dinamo Sassari team has to exit. So Roussel just 1 of 2. And now Sassari without Stevens on the court. Big time in the game. Diop has come into the game. Here's Benjis. Well, passes it back outside. Now Dow for 3. And great offensive rebound. Diop, but he gets swatted out of bounds by Alingue. And Diop had plenty of time to go up and score that, but I think he was a little bit too deliberate. Right here. Maybe a pump fake, maybe another pump fake. There's Jones, and Jones right from the elbow. Benjis rebounds the miss. Dow almost pushed off, then he's kind of bumped by Roussel. Roussel helps him up. So again tonight, as Dow goes in, there's a collision with Alinge falling down. And they did, in fact, call that foul on Roussel. So Unicaja winning at PAOK tonight in a thriller is good news. Is good news for this Sassari team, because if they win tonight, they know they will at least climb into third place. In fact, they would move level on points. It depends on the points differential in this game, whether or not they could go up to second, since Dijon come into this at 2-2. Well, you saw in between the timeouts the little mic'd up Tyrus McGee from Galatasaray in their game, their most recent game last week. Go to YouTube on the Basketball Champions League channel and see that. Also other social media channels. There's a long shot, and the basketball goes off the back of the rim. It feels like Sassari should be up by more than 4 points, but they'll take it. At the end of one quarter is Dinamo Sassari here taking on JDA Dijon, and the Italian club Sassari leading it 26-22. Well, those are the numbers early on. 3 threes for Dijon, but Sassari have hit a couple, and they've got 5 more makes inside the arc. Dijon 3 of 4 at the charity stripe. Sassari have yet to attempt a free throw. Here's a look back at the Deshaun Stevens impact early on. And even on the missed shot, he's able to get up and dunk it. Ben just would have rather had the 3, but nevertheless, they will take it. But the big development was Stevens picking up 2 fouls late in the first quarter that he had to go to the bench. But a team that has David Holston obviously knows it is going to be in the thick of the fight. And this Dijon team does have Holston, who came out and in that first quarter scored 8 points. He's 2 of 2 from three-point range. Jamal Jones coming out and scoring there. He's got 6. And this game already shaping up nicely. You got the feeling it's going to be a very, very tight game here on the island of Sardinia, and it feels like Sassari, after a slow start to the season, have started to find themselves. So Diop, Dow, Stefano Gentile, Jamal Jones, and now Casper Traer on the court for Dinamo Sassari. It's Ducote, McDuffie, Roussel, Simon, and Gavin Ware for Dijon. Ware hands it off to Simon. Simon dribbles into the paint, drives in hard, and boy, that was a terrific move. Terrific take from Chase Simon. And that had all the hallmarks of next time you go in the game, get to the rim. And as I said, it's Jones, Dow, Traer, Gentile, and Diop on the court for Sassari. Ducote called for the hold. And now another foul has been called on Dijon. So calling it close here. So Ducote picked up the foul the first time, and it was Marcus McDuffie who picked up that foul, fouling Gentile. So Gentile out there drawing the fouls. Here he is. Thought about launching it, puts it on the deck, goes in, high off the glass. There's Diop with the offensive rebound, and he gets blocked. And you got to feel for the big fella, because he had a couple of pump fakes and he still got rejected. Good play by Gavin Ware to get that rejection. But they called a 24-second violation. That's why they turned it over. Here's Simon into the corner to Ducote. Now Ware from the elbow. Dow rebounds it, gets it out to Jones, who's a good pass down low and driving in. And Diop says, I can get that ball in the basket. He throws it down. And great play, Jamal Jones, getting the big fella involved. Now the ball turned over. Here's Diop in the open floor. Gets it back to Jones. And now another foul. This one on Chase Simon reaching in. And very quickly here, Sassari could get into the bonus. Not a bad free throw shooting team, 83.1%, so they would like to get to the line. 74 of 89 on the season. And the drive and off the glass and good. Boy, what a move from McDuffie. Of course, one of their better free throw shooters has since left this team. He played in the first game, Onuaku. He was an 86.7% free throw shooter. Chinanu Onuaku. And now a lot of that time, a lot of those minutes being eaten up by Stevens. And the three-point play cuts it back to a one-point game. Onuaku left this club, has since joined Hapoel Tel Aviv. That's on November 13th. Joe Robinson looking to inbound the basketball. So Stevens still waiting to come back in. Oh, boy, the telegraph pass leads to the turnover. Ducote, a beautiful pass up to McDuffie, who missed the shot. And look at the hustle from Diop to get down and get the basketball back. And that is what Buki is going to love. Here's Dow driving in. I mean, really tip your hat to Diop. He gets his first two shots blocked. Then he hustles down, gets a layup, and now he hustles back down to play defense and comes up with the basketball. Here's Diop again, going right at Ware. Sean Stevens signed with this team on November 11th, and the basketball goes out of bounds. Three-point shot from Traer, and the basketball goes out of bounds off Roussel. Sassari clinging to a one-point lead. And now the turnover, and Dijon are going to take the lead. Oh, what a dunk from Marcus McDuffie. A little highlight reel play, and one that the Sassari fans will not like to view, but certainly back in Dijon, McDuffie now has 9 points. And you feel like this team, Sassari, has kind of lost its mojo now with Stevens, and might have to get him back in the game quickly. Here's the other end, Decote, and Diop with the rebound. I mean, it's nothing against Diop as well, but Deshaun Stevens changes the complexion of the game. Traer for 3. Roussel. Ware into the corner. Oh, good catch from Ducote, but then he misses. And Dow, player that we know can hit the big shots. And there's the drive and the charge. Good play by Hrovat, taking one for the team. Stepped right over in front of the hustling Diop. This was a little put me in the dunking contest slam from McDuffie. So we'll go down to the bench and listen into Buki.
Hey, now he wants to serve, but aggressive, okay? We are 3 guys, aggressive, serve. Okay? You, okay, Chris in the middle, Chris, Gerald, Stefano, Kaspar, sempre in linea con la palla. Okay? Hey, we drive too much. We drive too much, guys. You have to share the ball like the last shot of Kaspar, because if you dribble, we set the defense. Let's dribble, okay? Next set in offense. You go with the top side Stefano. Top side Stefano. Let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
There is Dow, again, a player made those big shots last year in the play-in against Hapoel Jerusalem. Dow hit a game-winning three-pointer in the second game of the play-in for an 82-79 win. That was in overtime, just the most dramatic of situations. Maybe he's just waiting for the game to be decided at the end, and then he'll just step up and take the shot. Now the turnover. Quickly to the other end, Gentile. Oh, beautiful play, Gentile. Holston. And basket is good. How about that? David Holston. 11 points. I mean, David Holston, it's not every game, but he is so often the player who just carries this Dijon team. Oh, good play. Diop, but then Diop didn't finish against Ware, and again it leads to a break. And look at that. Alenge just outruns the defense of Sassari. And Gentile looks absolutely exhausted. I think he's going to have to come out of the game. He's bent over trying to catch his breath. And Good aggressive drive from Traer. Abdoulaye Loom with the foul. Jamal Jones comes back in, wholesale substitutions. Oh boy, Traer's got to contribute here. He misses the first. And misses the second. Wow. Big misses here. 4 minutes left in the first half, and Dijon with a chance to go up by 6, maybe even 7. It's time for this Sassari team. They've really got to knuckle down on defense. They've got to lock down. And the ball turned over. Now Jones into the corner. Here comes Holston. And almost Traer getting the steal. Oh, what a good hard drive in the dump to Gavin Ware. Wonderful play. Putting his head down and going in was Gregor Hovat. It's been terrific tonight. Traer just can't buy a bucket. Gavin Ware, good. And Dijon are starting to put some separation between themselves and Sassari here in Sardinia. This is a tough move from Gregor Hovat. He knows exactly what he's going to do. He's going to draw the defense. And really, Diop can't leave his man, Gavin Ware, in that situation.
Basta staccarsi di palla. We have to play under pressure, guy, eh? Okay? So, they trap here. We need to move the ball with passing, no dribble. Okay? And look also behind there. Here and here, a short roll. Okay? We need this. So, this is a short roll. Okay? And when he gets the ball, first pass, second pass. 1 and 2 pass. Okay? Hey, play under pressure. Few dribble.
Well, you think anybody's going to match Joe Ragland for what he did last week? Playing in the Basketball Champions League, setting a new all-time assist record in a single game of 18. I'm sure Marcelinho Huertas will have something to say about that before this season is over. And of course, we knew that already coming in to this week, 3 teams had already qualified for the round of 16. Unicaja, SIG Strasbourg, Telecoms Basketball. And this week, Bilbao, MHP Reason, and maybe even Hapoel Jerusalem and Tenerife can get in. So you want to go to the Basketball Champions League website to check out the latest. Jamal Jones coming out of the timeout and scoring. That's what you'd like to see. Into the corner it goes. Chase Simon. Oh, Oh, nice pass inside, and, well, you know he's back in the game. You know what that means. More dunks for Stevens. But the big issue is, can they get some stops at this end? Chrisland chasing Hrovat. And Holston's pass goes off the foot and out of bounds, so they will maintain possession. And the bounce pass, saved in bounds, and, well, good shot from Alinge. Nine points the difference. Sassari simply must cut into this lead before halftime. If it goes into double digits, psychologically it is going to be tough, because it's definitely going to boost the confidence of the visitors. And now another turnover. David Holston. Hrovat on the break. Well, I don't think you can fault Hrovat for taking that shot. It was in the flow on the break. Brimley coming back into the game for Dijon. And Dow, well, he knows what the drama is all about, so maybe he can give them a lift here. But they have gone from looking really really good in that opening quarter to just faltering in this second. It has been a tough second quarter for Sassari. They're being outscored 21-8. I mean, everything has broken down. Jamal Jones makes the second, and Stevens has left the game. He's still only got 2 fouls, but I guess the coach doesn't want him to pick up his third, so that's why he sat him down. 8 points the difference. Good passing. And the drive and the finish not there, so a break. It looked like Jacques Alinge had a good layup there, but he went for the left-handed layup, and now Sassari will try to take it for the last shot. And this is where Chris Dow is really tough. It's probably their best chance is just to let him take it all the way down and shoot it. No, he's going to pass it. Now he gets it back. He puts it up, and almost, but he draws the foul. Oh boy, Dow misses the first. Painful. Started out this season with Brosa Bamberg. In fact, no, excuse me, he signed with Bamberg back in March. Here's going to be a last-second shot. Did he get off in time? Well, it goes off the backboard. And that's how it finishes. And all the momentum really with the team going off the court there wearing the blue. They just really got the wind in their sails in that second quarter. And it looked like Sassari were a little tired. Dinamo Sassari trailing Bourgogne. From the first quarter, that was one of the most impressive moves. That was right about the time. Some good stuff, especially early on from Sassari, but that second quarter again was almost one-way traffic. And one of the big differences in this game, if you look back, is points from the bench. 10 points from the bench for the visitors. That was when you knew that they were really starting to pull away. Simon coming off the bench and scoring 7 points. And Traer 0 for 4 in his 7 minutes. That's been tough to take. Diop has played hard, but he's only got 2 points coming off the bench. And Dow has played 9 minutes and has only taken 1 shot, which he missed. He also went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So right now, it feels like Dijon in all aspects of this game have the upper hand. And Piero Bucchi is going to have to work some magic at halftime. So it's 43-36. JDA Dijon on top of Dinamo Sassari at halftime here in the Palais Radmegini. Well, David Holston, as David Holston so often does, leads his team when it comes to scoring. He's got 11 points at halftime. He's 3 of 3 from deep, as you can see, and has made his only shot inside the arc. So the David Holston show, and now we'll go to the Deshaun Stevens show. And again, it was his ability to get to the rim, to dunk it home, to get the offensive rebounds and putbacks early on, which allowed him to get up to 10 points. And the foul trouble sent him to the bench. I'm guessing he's going to have to play very well for this team to have a chance in the second half. It's 43-36. JDA Dijon on top of Dinamo Sassari at halftime. missing free throws, even the guys that should be making them, like that, Eric McCollum. But in the end, they get a 4-point trip down the floor as Berkan Durmaz goes up for the throwdown.
Still trying to find themselves this season, Manresa, and they find themselves in trouble here. What a play from Hawkins. 17 points now for him. No stopping him.
Morgan, he likes the size, knows he's going to skip pass to the corner to Herrera. Now Malcolm drives in. Oh, goodness gracious. And the seas parted, and Malcolm just goes right through and dunks it home. Malcolm and Bone taking out their anger on the rim. Look at the emotion from the visitors. There's no better feeling than dunking it like that in the half court.
Hot. Kerr for Kerr! What a move! Telepathic!
On the town of shot clock. He's going to run a pick and roll here with Hayden Dalton. Ragland now going behind the back. Almost loses it. Oh, behind the back. Oh, baby! Joe Ragland, are you serious? With the behind the back time, this guy is simply amazing.
premio in comune di Sassari, la FIBA Condizioni che con affetto salutiamo bambini e bambine di tante scuole cittadine. Segui la Dinamo su tutti i social, anche su TikTok. L'account è Dinamo BDS Sassari. Segui, commenta, condividi.
(43-36) JDA Dijon on top of Dinamo Sassari in this very important Group G game for both teams in the Basketball Champions League tonight. Unicaja Malaga winning tonight in their game at PAOK in Greece. So that means that even if Dinamo Sassari lose tonight, they would not be eliminated from contention for a spot in the round of 16 play-in. But obviously they would like to go ahead and get a big win, a second consecutive win in the competition. You know, we talked about how this season, this Dijon team, though, they win, they lose, they win, they lose. So this is the week when they're supposed to win, and they certainly look like they're going to win after that second quarter when they outscored their opponents 21-10. Just as a reminder, folks, go to the Basketball Champions League YouTube channel or go to the Instagram and check out Tyrus McGee mic'd up. It's entertaining to listen to what the player is saying in the game against Ostend. Of course, Tyrus McGee, one of the more colorful characters, much like that referee there, Wojciech Liszka. Also go to the Basketball Champions League website to see the tough calls. And Wednesday, don't forget, tomorrow, the game of the week will be between Bilbao and Başakşehir. Bilbao can go straight to the round of 16 if they win that game. And also, Rytas Vilnius, tomorrow, Marcus Foster will get his MVP of November award, the trophy. So that'll be big. I would recommend watching that game. And you can also always find some good things in the 7 takeaways, the articles on the Basketball Champions League website, all of you, myself included. And, well, hey, it's all happening in the Basketball Champions League. Joe Robinson and Dinamo Sassari hoping to get back level and then take the lead against a Dijon team that's trying to improve to 3-2. Remember, Sassari winning their first game last week against PAOK. And Jamal Jones stepped out of bounds when he caught the basketball. Now Gavin Ware with a moving screen. Well, I think it's obvious they want to get the ball inside to Stevens the way they did in the first half. Here he is, getting it to Kruslan. Now, here's the drive on the baseline over to Jamal Jones for 3. And Stevens goes up, gets another rebound, and then the pass to Robinson and tried to score with the alley-oop. Referee says it went off of him. Let's have another look. Yeah, it did at the end. Ware did come up and touch it, but then it went off of Robinson's right hand. And it really felt like that second unit came in and just lost kind of the plot for Dinamo Sassari in that second quarter. So now they have to play catch up. Here is the three-point shot, no good. Jones with the rebound, crosses midcourt. Kruslan for three, good. Well, the Croatian sensation. He needs to be a sensation tonight. He's got 3 threes. That's how he scored all of his points. And the pass intended to get inside, and now it leads to a break. And instead of driving in, they're going to take the three and miss it. But there is Stevens on the offensive glass, getting it back. Kruslan to the corner to Jamal Jones. And the foul called, and Brimley whistled for the personal. Remember, they out-rebounded Dijon in the first half. They even had more assists. And now Brimley. Clearly a little at odds with his coach, Markovic, who's taking issue with his defense. Do not read lips. And Jamal Jones goes to the line. And makes it a 2-point game. Jones with those 11 points. Horvat to the corner. And Brimley passes into the paint. Marcus McDuffie fouled as he goes up. This is a very delicate moment in this game. A very important moment for Dijon. You don't want to give this Dinamo Sassari any self-belief. You want to get back on top of them. Dijon have led by as many as 9 points in this game. And the lead's been cut to 2. So here the basket is good. And now Buki having a conversation as well with the referees, these coaches, trying to get their points across. Second one is good. And back to a 4-point advantage. 13 for McDuffie. He really heated up in that second quarter. Quick pass, then back outside. They're passing it around well. Benjis, again, they work for Kruslan. He's back to Benjis, and a foul called. Good work. And Brimley whistled for the contact. Nice pass inside. Nice finish from Benjis. And Montes Benjis. And back to a 2-point game. Sassari trying to get their second win of the season. and to fuel their hopes of getting into the play-in for the round of 16. Now the ball gets away. Benjis hands it off to Robinson. Quickly to Jones. A little bit of momentum for the team in green. Robinson puts it up and is fouled. And if that's Brimley, boy, he has been collecting fouls like he's a foul magnet in this third quarter. Now that foul was called on Ware. So Brimley goes over and appears to have an argument with the coaching staff, trying to explain. I know the intensity is there, but you got to be careful how you deliver your point of view. He's going to go sit down. And Robinson, the reason Markovic is frustrated is because his team had a 9-point lead, and now that has evaporated. And Sassari, who really looked like they were going to get blown out in that second quarter, have come back to tie it. 6 points for Robinson. Holston, meanwhile, off to Ware. And Ware! Boy, that was a big jump shot. Well, he went for the alley-oop putback, and good defense. The foul from Ware. Well, if there's one thing we've been reminded of tonight, it is the absolute attack-minded, get to the rim off the lob or the alley-oop from Deshaun Stevens. He's got 10 points, all scored in the first half, and now he misses the first free throw. And, oh boy, misses both. Native of Los Angeles. Played his college basketball at San Diego State. Now the handoff, and Alinge. Well, a missed opportunity for Sassari. And Dijon now up 49-45. Here's Kruslan. One dribble, puts it up. So Stevens, who just missed a couple of free throws, is going right back to the line. You can see he was pushed almost out of the picture by that guy right there. Alinge. And Stevens needs to really hunker down and make these free throws. And still can't get it to drop. So 3 free throws attempted, 3 missed for Stevens. And as a team, 6 of 13 for Dinamo Sassari. So it's been a tough ask for them at the free throw line. Stevens does make the second. Holston goes back to his left, puts it up. No, he turns it over. Looked like he was going up for the shot. It's a 4-2 break. Jamal Jones loses it incredibly, but Joe Robinson picks it up. Feed set. What a break for Dinamo Sassari. They almost fumbled the ball away, and it fell kindly. It was good work from Jamal Jones not to give up on it. He batted it over to his teammate. Watch this. He gets it over to Robinson. And you know Robinson, he can knock it down, and he does. Tie game.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! That's great defense.
down. 3 down. But wait, make the full motion. Good screens. So we come with some kind of advantage here. Okay? And box out.
Do another run.
Come on.
Well, as a reminder, go to the BDS Basketball Champions League YouTube channel and check out the mic'd up Tyrus McGee. He's always got something to say, and it's always worth listening to. Dijon, you have to wonder if they have opened up a window that they won't be able to shut now against Sassari, who really were on the back foot, but here they are now tied. But the question is, the play from the bench has to improve from the first half. And Gregor Horvat once again rewarded as he gets into the paint. And a foul called. Wow, that is a tough foul on Stevens. I mean, he's had a couple of fouls that were very close, shall we say. So he goes and sits down, and Diop comes back in, and it's definitely, despite the work rate from Diop, and he is a hard worker, you know, you just feel like Stevens needs to be on the court for as long as possible. Roussel comes back into the game for Dijon, and Horvat goes to the line. Well, Gregor Horvat has been excellent tonight. Giacomo De Vecchi looking for his number to be called. He's a good shooter. Question is, does he play the defense that's required? And Longwood not there. Look who it is getting the rebound, Horvat. And a good rejection, good rim protection, but a foul has been called. Wow. Well, there's been a couple of calls to go against Sassari. You can understand why they're a little bit frustrated, because they're going up and challenging the shot. And if there's contact, and there may well have been contact that the referee saw. Just didn't see it on that replay. Well, he's been on a scoring tear in the Basketball Champions League. McDuffie scored 17 points against Unicaja, 18 against Unicaja. And there is the miss. And again, a chance. Here's Horvat again. Oh boy, loses control of it. Dow with just 1 point tonight. Ben just takes it deep, puts it up and in. Big time. A good moment for him to really step up for this team. Jones needs someone else to help out, and Dow commits the foul. Maybe another tough call on Chris Dow. Oh, good take, but Horvat couldn't quite finish. Now Gentile up to Jones. Sassari kind of hanging on by the skin of their teeth right now. You can feel it. Here's Gentile. And loses it. Now the foul from Jones on Roussel. That was Roussel that reached in and stole the basketball. And I think that's one of those situations he's telling Groger, yes, you had the shot, but maybe it wasn't the best shot that we could have had. But I don't think it was necessarily a bad shot. It was a reverse layup. He just missed it. And Roussel goes to the line. And after the turnover, pushes the lead back to 4. Feels like Sassari should be up by more than just 4 points. Excuse me, feels like Dijon should be up by more than 4. Here's Jones taking it deep. They seal off his progress. Back to Benjis. And he ends up taking a tough turnaround jump shot. And Roussel rebounds the basketball, but is called for the push on Dow. So Dow goes to the free throw line. And Piero Bucchi is just going to be beside himself. All of these misses at the free throw line are costing them a chance of victory right now because they have been bad. And another miss. Benjis rebounds the miss, goes up, and he's fouled. Wow. Benjis is actually playing quite well, but what has happened to Dinamo Sassari's their free throw shooting tonight? 7 of 16. Chris Dow looks a shadow of the player that we watched last season right now. Now Benjis misses, and it's kind of contagious. And finally gets one to drop. So it's a 3-point game. Look at that, 8 of 18. That's the difference in the game right now. Dijon with the bounce pass. Alinge drives in and banks it in. Diop goes down hard. And Chase Simon will be called for the foul. So Ousmane Diop is going to go to the free throw line. And they'll be hoping that he can kind of change their success at the line tonight, and he looked actually really good. He's the man. I mean, he came into this game having hit 10 of 10. Well, we know what Diop can do. He can make his free throws. Just 22 years of age. Promising future for Diop. Here's the bounce pass. Alinge. Into the corner it goes. Holston. Oh, boy. He is a man that just has daggers in his pocket. He pulls them out. Here's Diop again. Oh, boy, this time he turns it over. Holston again, thinking about it. Into the corner, Simon. And a break for Sassari. They're trying to work that perimeter passing game. They're trying to get some looks out from behind the arc. Here's Gentile, and he gets it. Oh, boy, and that was the right idea. Diop just didn't finish it. Good hustle down, knocking it away. And Diop could have actually come down with that basketball and gone up, but don't forget he's had a couple of shots blocked tonight, so maybe that's in the back of his mind. Gentile goes out, Krusland back in, Robinson back in. Holston over to Simon, wide open. Oh boy, that is money. And that's a mistake. He's just too good of a shooter. He can't lead, he can't be left open. Here's Jamal. And Diop, the hustle factor comes around, but the ball is awarded to Dijon. Foul called on Diop. Well, it really feels like Dijon has this one in hand, but still got 10 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Let's go down to the bench, listen to Coach Buki.
Good shot, Jamal. That's not the problem. As soon as we execution, we move the ball, we beat advantage. Come on. Okay, now, stop on defense. Okay, you need to stop Rivero now. To stop Rivero now, okay? And offense, offense. We go with four side. Four side. Okay, Krule or Jamal. Krule or Jamal. Four side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, David Holston has become the 9th all-time scorer in the Basketball Champions League tonight with his 14 points. He's moved ahead of Kyle Wiltshire and Vitor Benite, a couple of pretty big names, to put it mildly. And here he is adding to his tally. Holston, I think probably what he takes the most pride in would be the fact that he's the all-time steals leader in the Basketball Champions League with 94 steals. But look at that, 16 points tonight. 11 points the difference, and Robinson able to save it in bounds. The foul on Roussel. Krusland will go to the free throw line. Well, there's a long way to go in this. 10 minutes and 41 seconds. So you haven't completed the job yet, Dijon. And that would be right now. You need to go out and lower the boom. You've had your chance. You've gone up. And they dump it down low, and they'll take that. Alenge, an easy one. Can Sassari mount a rally? Will they hold it for the last shot here? Oh. And Diop frustrated, not able to convert, and just makes you wonder the way they approached that possession. They definitely weren't holding it for the last shot of the quarter. Here goes Holston. He's got 16 points. Make it 19. What a performance from David Holston. He is bound and determined to be in a very good mood when he shows up at the airport to go back to France, because he has had himself quite a game. We've only played 3 quarters, folks. He's got 19 points. What a performance. And just like that, a huge finish to that third quarter. And JDA Dijon lead Dinamo Sassari by 14 points, 70-56. Four more threes for Dijon. Look at the free throws, though. The free throw shooting, 10 missed free throws for Sassari. 14 of 15, meanwhile, at the line for Dijon. So you look back and digest some of this, and Dijon just looking a little bit more like the finished product right now than this Sassari team. So here they are, fourth quarter underway. Dijon leading by 14 and with possession. Simon looking to rub salt into the wound. Good hustle. Look at that. Another steal for David Holston. Roussel on the break. That would have been the death knell right there had that gone in. And the defense picking up for Dijon, much to the delight of the coach. Scrap for the basketball, and Sassari just struggling. It's an almighty struggle right now. Roussel has it knocked away, but it stays at this end. Holston for three. Robinson Dijon in desperate need of scoring. Jamal Jones, and that'll count. Much needed for Jamal Jones, the three-pointer, and back to an 11-point deficit. But again, this is where they really have to lock down. Russell for three, and misses everything. And I would not be surprised if Markovic took him out of the game after that. Okay, so Jones' shot was not a three-pointer, but a two. And it's a 12-point game. So Simon goes out, and McDuffie comes back in. Jones for three, another long jump shot, and now it's back to a 9-point deficit. So Jones kind of single-handedly right now trying to bring his team back. Holston. And a push, I believe, on Robinson. Watch this. Well, the problem, watch his hands. He goes right on him. Yeah, that's a push. Good call by the ref. What a drive, but the miss. And again, another chance for Sassari. Jamal Jones. Good hustle getting in there, but not able to save it. Traer falls out of bounds. Or Benja, excuse me. Krusland. Does he have any magic left? 3 minutes, nearly 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Do or die time. Holston from deep. Well, right now they're riding their luck because of the missed shots. Jones. Oh boy, his pass goes out of bounds to Krusland, who says, right idea. Well, in the latest power rankings, as the teams go to the bench, Sassari came in at number 28.
Long game, come on, good job, good job, good job, Sit down, sit down, sit down. We go with 4 down again or 4 side for Jamal, okay? You can get the ball straight. A 1-1 here, okay? Okay, we go now with this one. Okay, 4 side for Jamal. He gets the ball straight, top pick. Hey, stay. Okay, guys, hey, now to stop in a row, okay? Let's go, guys, 4 side, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, the Sassari team coming off a beatdown against, well, they had that bad loss to Milano after their last win over PAOK. Losing to Milano, their confidence perhaps lagging a little bit, but they've had their chances tonight. If they make their free throws, this is a different game. Still got a chance. 6.5 minutes remaining. And the foul called sends Roussel to the line. So not a good free throw shooter, just 40% on the season. But he looked pretty good on that one. Saying he's only 40%, he'd only taken 5, so small sample size. So he makes both. Remember, Unicaja in this group has already punched their ticket to the round of 16 as the group winners. Benjes for 3, and that'll help. It's a really, Sassari, though, must be looking at this like it's imperative they get a win tonight. Because if they do, they can climb into the play-in positions. Good work on the boards. Look at the work from Gregor Horvat and Stevens, and Sassari fortunate to win that call by the ref. Perhaps could have gone either way. So head coach challenge. Well, you might as well use the challenge. Don't keep it in your back pocket. So they're going to go and see. I think it was really close, that. Let's have another look. Oh, it looks like it went off Horvat at the end. Watch. Yeah, that's off Horvat. Surely. Referee's got it right. That's my prediction. Yep, they got it right. I can only think that Markovic either listened to Gregor Horvat, and who said that is definitely our ball, or he just thought, you know what, it looked like it could be either way. I don't want to go back with this still in my pocket, not having used it. So he's used it and he's lost it. Jones from deep. Holston, the bounce pass, back to Ware. 3-point shot, and Horvat misses. I mean, this lead could be a lot bigger for Dijon if they could make their shots. They're missing a lot of open looks. Boy, another turnover, and the foul on Jones. Sassari just not looking like a well-oiled machine on offense. That was just a case of Horvat getting his hands up on defense. No, they're going to look at it as an unsportsmanlike, possibly. Okay. Well, Jones definitely went to help him up. Oh, yeah, coming in from that angle, that was pretty physical. No, I think he was going for the ball, and then Horvat turned quickly right when he got there to draw the contact. Again, my prediction, this will not be an unsportsmanlike, but who knows? There was definitely a hard contact. But to me, it looks like Horvat is, well, I don't know. That's a tough one. They could call it. My initial thinking is that he's going for the basketball. But it was a hard collision. Okay, they keep it normal. Yeah, that's what I thought. The only thing that made me wonder was it a dangerous situation? But he was just going for the basketball. And it almost looked like Horvat kind of invited it. And the long jump shot, and that is a dagger. Well, McDuffie having a nice game. Look at that, 17. Down, leaning in, banks it in. Crazy. He was trying to get the foul, and they avoided the shot. They avoided the contact. So he cuts it back to an 8-point game. Or they only called it a 2. Okay, so must have only called it a 2. Thought they called it a 3. Gavin Ware down low, and Dijon just keep attacking. Into the corner, Jones, and the three-pointer, and it's back to a 7-point game. It's not an easy team to press Sassari when you consider they've got Holston out there, but maybe they're going to have to throw caution to the wind and put on a full-court press. So timeout has been called by Markovic.
Hey, let's run one, motion one, okay? Motion one, okay? So, one guard, Joe receive the ball. No, Joe will play. Joe brings the ball. David receive the ball. Gregor, cut, pin down, okay? And we play with the rhythm, okay? If they play, ice, overload, David go here, and we have better spacing. Marquise come up, okay? But you need to dribble on the side, okay? And don't pass to Gregor, pass to Joe. Hey.
So JDA Dijon looking to lower the boom here at the end if they can. Holston taking some time off the clock. Roussel and Ware with the offensive rebound and put back. Boy. So they accomplished two things there. They used all the time on the shot clock and they got 2 points. So Robinson just lost it out of bounds. And Zephyr Yomez, I think, is speaking a hard truth to Gerald Robinson. He just lost control of it. It's called clutching at straws. I don't think there was a foul there. And Ware met at the rim. He stays with it. Look at that. Hustling in and getting the rebound. Horvat doing all the dirty work. Holston drives in, banks it in, lays it up and in, and it's an 11-point lead. And Horvat trips up Jamal Jones. Inadvertently, I might add. Horvat's a real scrappy player. He's the type of player you love it when he's on your team. You hate it when you play against him. Well, Sassari's troubles felt like they really started when, as you look at the shot clock about to expire, Jones gets it off and misses. When Deshaun Stevens had to leave the game and go to the bench after picked up his those two quick fouls late in the first quarter. And by the time he got back in the game, they were in trouble. Now they did come back and tie it, but they've just never really been on top in this game. So timeout on the court, and Pierre Bucchi.
2 more minutes, okay? Strong. 2 more minutes strong. Next time we go with 45, okay? Gerald, Deshaun, a bench here, okay? Jamal, okay, that doesn't matter. 45, and after also 25. We need one effort now, and everybody for defense rebound. Everybody defense rebound, okay? Communication, Deshaun, in pick and roll, and when it's possible, weak, okay? When it's possible, weak, Chris, okay? Let's go, come on, let's go.
Well, we haven't seen Massimo Kessa play tonight. We haven't seen DeVecchi. We haven't seen Luca Gandini. Casper Traer hasn't played in the second half. Dijon looks like they've done tough work tonight. Just putting the finishing touches on this. Roussel, who made his first 2 free throws, missing. There's Casper Traer. You can see it really, he really wants to get back in there. He just couldn't buy a bucket in that first half. And he misses both. So the faint hopes still alive for Sassari. Benjis goes all the way, gets it back, puts it up, and that's goaltending. Goal interference. Ware, meanwhile, slow to get up. They're taking a shot to the head. Watch Ware. What? Here he goes, and no, he just hurt his head when he fell, and it just snapped back and hit the hardwood. So Alinge thought he was done for the night, but he's going to check back into the game. Holston with 21 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals, leading his team to victory tonight. Last-ditch hopes here for Sassari, but they give away another layup. Alinge. So Dijon closing in on their 3rd win. Ben just turns, misses. So Dijon, by winning tonight, as it looks like they will, they're going to finish second, clinch second place in the group, and they will earn home court advantage in the play-in series. It just remains to be seen if they will play Dinamo Sassari in the play-in, or will they play PAOK? Because those 2 teams will go into the last week, the last game day at 1-4. Here's the drive and the block. There's Massimo Kessa, wondering why he didn't get his number called tonight. There's the drive, and of course next week these 2 teams will be in action again. PAOK will be taking on Dijon, and Unicaja will be going up against Sassari. So Unicaja have already punched their ticket, but judging from tonight, they will come out and be ready to take care of business against Sassari. And PAOK, well, they'll go up against this Dijon team who's been winning and losing every other week. There's another shot just to kind of finish things off from Ducote. So disappointment for Sassari. It's still in their, feels like it's still in their own hands if they come out and win next week, but that'll be easier said than done. And Sassari have fallen at home. Pierre Ibuki knows, back to the drawing board, a lot of work to do. Of course, next week, if they were to upset Unicaja and PAOK were to win, PAOK would have the superior head-to-head, and they would go through. So in that sense, they do not control their own destiny. There's David Holston, another fantastic game tonight. Shakes hands with the referees. We're always happy when they win. And for Sassari, they'll probably go and have a tough team talk in the locker room after the game. Maybe the coach save it for tomorrow. Jamal Jones felt like he was having to do a lot of work on his own tonight, and Buki just not sure how much trust he has in his bench tonight, why he wanted to shorten up that rotation. Cristal definitely not at his best yet. And Sassari want to go around and say thank you to the fans for still believing in him. JDA Dijon win it 85-72 over Dinamo Sassari. Well, those are the numbers. And again, the missed free throws down around 54% for Sassari. That is always a recipe for disaster. And so it proved to be. Even though Sassari out-rebounded Dijon tonight, Dijon far better. See Sassari 4-6 in the Italian league and now on the verge of being eliminated in the Basketball Champions League. Holston, McDuffie, Gavin Ware leading the scoring for Dijon. Jones, Benjis pacing their team. Well, here's a look back at the second half highlights. Jones did what he could. Felt like he needed a little bit of a breather by the end of the game. He played 36 minutes, 19 points, 7 of 16 from deep. Ben just had 12 points. He played almost 33 minutes. And Robinson played more than 31. Krusland had 11 points in 23 minutes. But Stevens, 8 of his 11 points coming in the first quarter, and he wasn't quite the same player when he came back into the game. But McDuffie has been on a roll. This was a banked in. They counted that as a 2. I thought I'd have to look at that again. It looks like maybe he actually had a 3. But anyway, it didn't matter in the grand scheme of things as Dijon rolled to victory in the fourth quarter. The big decisive quarter was the second when they outscored Sassari 21-10. So those are the standings. PAOK holding on to that third place by the skin of their teeth. They're 1-4. Dinamo Sassari 1-4. And again, Dinamo Sassari will take on Unicaja next week, and PAOK will take on Dijon. Unicaja have already punched their ticket to the round of 16, and Dijon have already clinched second place. So they will host the play-in series against PAOK or against this Sassari team. Well, they will have the home court advantage. Well, it's been a tough ask of late for Sassari. They came out and they looked prepared. They had a great start to the game. But as the contest wore on, if the fans remained excited and had a good time, for Dinamo Sassari, it was a little too much against Dijon, who came in with firm resolve to get the win on the road and to clinch second place in the group.